Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and the GoBots, issue number 4 of 5. That's right, the conclusion is next month. It said so in the back of this book. It's messed up, man. Anyway, I really do like this story. There's some parts where a little bit choppy, whatevs, but I enjoyed the story. Let's get into this. Tom Scioli did everything. Okay, next. No, I'm serious. This guy right here did everything. Okay, so let's get into the book itself, my peeps. So the Earthlings find that they have been gone from Earth for a really long time. While Space C brought these 4 astronauts up into space, they were in deep freeze, and Space C was paying attention to everything that was going on back on Earth. Excuse me. Well, it turns out that the war between the GoBots and the humans wound up, the GoBots and the Renegades wound up getting really bad. The humans were, of course, caught up in the involvement of the whole thing, and eventually the humans wound up devolving over a ridiculously long time. So the GoBots are all still around, the same ones and everything, but the humans have devolved into cavemen. So you got 4 actual, us humans, and then a bunch of Cro-Magnon Neanderthal type beings running around. So anyhow, what do you call it? There's what we are led to believe the final death of Zod, that big monster. Ain't nobody else kneeling before him except for a eulogy. But we also finally get the Rock Lords also. That was actually pretty interesting. Now, make no mistake, there's a lot of things here that it was so clearly rushed, and they jumped over things like crazy. Pure insanity, how it's just like, dude, how the frick did any of this stuff happen? Like, for instance, the part where they decide to finally kill Zod. What do you call up in here? Leader 1 and some of the other GoBots go up to meet the god of the conscious, or the god of courage for the GoBots. He's basically a combiner, and all these things happen. He finally gets the rod, the lance, and he goes down here, and they're all putting on these suits. I don't know why they're putting on these suits, but they make them smarter, stronger, and more courageous. And it's like, okay, so you're going to, of course, keep them and go fight Zod, right? Nope, they immediately take them off, and they just leave them there. And then there's Leader 1 ready to fight Zod. And then here come the Renegades, and then all of a sudden, what? How did that happen? Nobody, he's actually got the little, what? And then, his hand's not moved anything. And then there's Psykill, and he breaks the lance, and it's like, it jumps. The comic book jumps a lot. It's like, dude, did I miss an issue in between these pages somewhere? So it was really weird. Some things happen inexplicably, but if you can put yourself past those things, yeah, it's a really enjoyable, very, very, I don't know, imaginative story, man. Like, this is really interesting. The art style, I'm to the point where this is the art style of the comic book, and I can appreciate it. There's art styles that are just weird, and I can't get into it all. Nope, I'm so beyond it. I look at this, I'm just like, yes, this is Tom Scioli doing the GoBots. Awesome. Next, good story. And I don't know, man. I think that, for the most part, honestly, like, without trying to, be mean, at least this is just 5 stories of robots getting into it with each other that aren't actually going to break into a million other stories and just be too hard to follow. And I'm talking about, of course, the IDW version of the Transformers. Way too convoluted. All of it. The story, everything. This, cut and dry. That's it. I wouldn't mind seeing an out-of-continuity crossover between the GoBots and the Transformers, if that would be allowed. It should be. It should be. I believe that they're all the same owners now. I think that Hasbro owns everything now. And if that's the case, shoot, with this being out, why aren't we getting toys? I wouldn't mind buying a Leader 1 toy. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. Good comic book. Definitely enjoyable. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.